Join with me in consciousness as we spend the next 15 minutes together in meditation. Allow the words that I speak to be the words of your own heart. Relax and breathe into the moment, and know that you are safe. Wake up and live. Set your sights high. The higher, the better. Expect the most wonderful things to happen, not in the future, but right now. Realize that nothing is too good. Allow absolutely nothing to hamper you or hold you up in any way. It is all available for you right now. Be enthusiastic about life. It is a wonderful life. Make it so by your enthusiasm. So I will continue speaking in the first person. As I breathe and relax into this moment, I recognize there is only one divine essence that permeates all things seen and unseen. It is the field of pure potentiality. Some call it God, the universe, all that is. Join with me for the next 15 minutes. Today I choose to wake up and live. Today I set my sights high, higher than ever before. I expect the most wonderful things to happen. Right now, not in the future, right now. I realize that nothing is too good. I allow absolutely nothing to hamper me or hold me up in any way. I know I am a free agent in the universe. I am enthusiastic about life. It is a wonderful life. I make it so by my enthusiasm. I learn to be very clear and definite about what I desire in life. I choose to be clear and definite. I can do all things. I can be all things. When I have faith and trust in my connection to Spirit, all things are possible for me. I have confidence in my ability to do all things, because I am drawing from the substance that is God. God is all of me. God is my all and all. Today I stride forward with a firm, steady step, knowing with a deep, certain inner knowing that I reach every goal I set for myself. I see it happening every day. I achieve every aim. I start doing this today. I choose to do it today. Procrastination is for others, not for me. I get things done. I choose to be clear rather than vague. I choose to know rather than hope. I know that today change occurs because I choose to allow it. I know everything falls into place for me. I choose to live a full and glorious life. There's nothing vague about my intentions. So in this moment, I take positive action. I start the wheels turning. I know that once I do my part and set my intention, that I receive help, all the help I need. That's when it begins, when I choose. I know that Spirit helps me through me. Today I choose. Something is happening because I am taking action. I am ready to soar to greater heights. My heart is filled with praise and thanksgiving. But like a tiny bird, I have to take off from the ground. I have to make that special effort. It is easy for me, for I have everything I need. It is a joyous, light-hearted effort. It is a graceful effort. And as I lift off the ground, like that little bird, I can go as high as I choose in complete freedom. I choose to take action to change my life today. When I have a desire, I know I can achieve it. I know it already exists in the mind of God. I choose to allow it in. I hear the universe say yes to me, and I say yes to it. I know everything is possible with God. The takeoff of an airplane from the ground demands a special boost of power. When I go within, I receive my special boost of power, and I am on my way. There is no greater power than the power of Spirit, and I am always connected. It is available to me at any time. It is always available to me. Today I choose to draw from it. I am ready, and I know how to use it correctly. It is always unfolding for my highest and best. And I am ready now. I am surrounded by beauty everywhere. I open my eyes and see it, and give constant thanks for it. I allow these things of beauty to transform me and inspire me, always transforming me to my highest and best. Beauty draws the very best out of me and unites me with Spirit. The beauty that is within me goes beyond just me. It is everywhere present all the time. Beauty is Spirit. I allow the beauty that is me to shine forth. I fill my heart and my mind with beautiful thoughts, for I am beauty. Today I choose to look for the beautiful things all around me. I choose to see beauty in everything. And when I look deep enough and long enough, I see it in me as well. I rise above the illusions of life. And through my eyes looking for beauty, I am able to transform all the illusions. I know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I know it is also deep within me. I go forth this day determined to see beauty in everyone and everything. It's unfolding for me now. Love and beauty go hand in hand. I let the universal love flow in and through every aspect of my being. I feel it bringing unity and oneness to all my experiences, to all my thoughts. As I open my heart, the love keeps flowing. And the more I love, the more there is to love. I know the words love one another, and I know it begins with me. I know, despite appearances, everyone is one with God. Today I know this to be the truth, and I see through the eyes of love. Universal love flows freely. It does not pick and choose who is going to be loved. Everyone is loved, for everyone is love. Universal love is the same for everyone. It is within me and within everyone else as well. I am filled to the brim with this wondrous love. Today I choose to be aware of the love that I am. I choose to be aware of the friendly universe that I live in. I choose to recognize how I am fully supported by this love. Today I open up and I accept my love. I accept that I am loved by the universe. I choose to be open and expressive of this love and compassion. It is beyond my personality. It is the highest and best of me. Divine love is not possessive or stifling. It is open and expansive. Today I am open and expansive. Today I am open to demonstrate my love to everyone I meet. I know that love is the greatest uniting factor in the universe. So today I choose to love, love, love. So it is in this moment that I raise my consciousness to the true awareness and understanding that I am one with all that is. I am so grateful for this knowledge, so grateful for this allowing, and so thankful for my life. And it is with an open, humble heart that I release the how to the universe. And so it is.
As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. My heart is open, I am free.
Welcome to Unity Online. It's so wonderful to be here with you today, and I hope that you're enjoying this wonderful springtime, this beautiful weather. It's Reverend Anna Haukangas and, of course, Emilio Zaras, who is our soloist extraordinaire. So we have a great lineup for you, as well as this wonderful first song, which is Have It All by Jason Mraz. So take it away, Emilio.
Thank you. May you have a spaciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. And may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa! And may the road less may be the road that you follow. Whoa! Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. 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 May you be as fascinating as a slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions, no immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated dreams and souls be correct. May you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it from each moment to the next. And may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa! And may the road less may be the road that you follow. Whoa! Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it all. No matter all you can imagine. Oh, no matter what your path is. If you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, go, go. Raise your glasses. Go, go, go. You can have it. Oh, I toast you. Here's to the hearts you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Here's to you always making me laugh. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all.
Fabulous. And I hope when you hear this song on the radio that you sing along and remember that what you wish for someone else, you get back 100-fold for you. And so wishing well for someone else, wishing happiness, wishing joy for someone else really means that you're wishing it for yourself as well. And it means that it does come back to you. Now here's another favorite of mine, I Am the Thinker, by Sue Riley, and of course, Emilio Zares.
Changed my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. Sing it! I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. If you ask me what am I am beauty, I am joy. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. Dance time. I can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
Yes, you have the power to change your life. Woohoo! And in this moment of recognizing the power, join with me in this opening intention, this opening prayer. So let's just take a moment to get centered. Centered in the awareness of spirit being all that is. Centered in the awareness that spirit is at the core of who I am. And so as I speak these words, allow them to be the words of your own heart, if they resonate with you. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. And I choose good ones. I choose ones that are empowering and loving and hopeful and peaceful and exactly right and perfect for my life. For I know that Spirit responds to me in the most perfect ways, always, always supporting me, moving forward with tremendous love and grace. So from this place of knowing, from this place of peace and wonder, I am grateful. I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is. And one breath at a time with Karen Drucker and Emilio Zaras.
One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. Let's sing it with me. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's where peace comes in. One step at a time. Now please join me. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's where peace comes in. One step at a time. You got it. One breath at a time. Breath at a time. One breath at a time. Breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath. One breath. One breath at a time. Take one breath, one step, one breath, one step, one breath, one step. Just breathe, breath, just breathe, step, breathe. One step, just breathe, breath. One step, one breath. One step and breathe. Just breathe, step, take one breath. One step, one breath. One step.
Oh, doesn't that feel so good? There is something so amazing about just the idea of breathing, and also beautiful music. Today's absolute word is change. I am divine. I use all change to bless and uplift. Once I thought of life as a project to plan. I set goals, created a timeline, and expected results. This works to a certain extent. Over time, I learned life is as unpredictable as the weather. Change is the hallmark of the relative realm. My initial reaction to change may be fear. When this happens, I apply divine order, wisdom, and understanding so I can confidently adjust to change. I use my divine faith and imagination to confidently mold all change to bless and uplift others and myself. Once I know my new plan and goals, I pick up my spiritual tools of denials and affirmations. Throughout the day, I authoritatively state my denial. I give no power to change and fear. I follow my denial with a powerful affirmation. I am wise, capable, and confident. I embrace change to bless and uplift. I use another affirmation to claim my new goal. Through my conscious awareness and active use of universal principles, I change my perspective and possibilities become a reality. I like that. I often say, Spirit has my back, or everything is unfolding in perfect order, or I know that everything always works out for me. So whatever affirmation you choose to use as you go through change, to give you that reminder that everything is always working out, then go for it, because it does make a difference. So this is our year of looking up, looking above and beyond what might be going on to the truth of the situation, and that is that each of us are the author of our life. And so what life are you creating? Is it one filled with fear and worry about the change? Or is it one that is ready to embrace what is coming, knowing it is always your highest and best? And that you can always change your mind. So this month of April, is stepping into the unknown. And perhaps the unknown is fully trusting Spirit. Whatever that is for you. I know that I always have a symbol that comes to me in times of change for me, and that is a raven. And often there are many ravens during a time of transition of some sort for me. And I'm seeing ravens all over. So what does that mean? Does that mean the world is changing because now we're all being inoculated? I don't know. But I know that the changes that have occurred in the past when ravens have shown up for me, it's always been great. It's always been hugely transforming, but it's always been really great and always in full alignment with that which I wish to experience. So I invite you to start to pay attention. Are you getting symbols and signs of change being afoot? So today I'd like to talk about the winds of change. For years and years, when I would sign a card for someone, whether it be a coworker that was leaving to go somewhere else or having some kind of change, I would write something that I had heard but never had quoted accurately, and that was, it's not how the wind blows, but how you set your sails that determines the way that you go. And I know as I looked up that statement in Mrs. Google, that there was many people that were attributed to that statement, and it was really difficult to find out who had actually said it. This one was one that I particularly liked, though. The same wind blows on us all. the winds of disaster, opportunity, and change. Therefore, it is not the blowing of the wind, but the setting of the sails that will determine our direction in life. And isn't that true? You know, I think about the idea of sailing. I've never sailed. Have you? Well, in the sailing, from what I understand, is that you can make your sailboat go wherever you want to as long as there's some wind. The only time that you have no movement is if you don't have wind, then you have to paddle. And so the idea is that on this spiritual journey, we're learning to navigate the winds of change, the winds of life, through understanding that we have the power to control where we go through our deep-held feelings, thoughts, and beliefs. Because what we believe, what you believe, is what creates your future. Have you heard the saying, and maybe you've heard it from me, and that is, who you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying. So we really are radiating out to the world that which we believe that we deserve, that which we believe is our future. If we are afraid, then fear is something that shows up more and more. And so I invite you to, the next time that fear does come up, to think about what you might do instead of the way that you typically react. And so today I'd like to look at the idea of being nice, the idea of welcoming everything into your life, good or bad. So let's begin with being nice. Now, why would I want to talk about that? Because I mean, really, that's something, pardon me, being nice is something that each of us is taught to do by our parents, perhaps, by our teachers, and it's like an expectation of how we interact with each other. Oh, I don't know why I'm burping. I'm going to start again. Being nice is what I'd like to start with. And the whole idea is that why do I need to tell you to be nice? Or why do we even need to be talking about being nice? Well, underneath the concept of being nice is the idea that when you are being nice, that you truly are believing that life is worth being nice to, that that person you're being nice to is worthy of that. But underneath all of that is because you feel safe, because you feel secure. And so if you're not being nice, it's to stop and say, why? What fear is underneath this not being able to be nice all the time? And it could be as simple as you're not being nice to yourself. And if you're not being nice to yourself and loving to yourself, then who you are being is being reflected to you everywhere you go. So being nice is a great place to start. So how do you have your best influence on life? And I'd like you to think about that. You're constantly influencing life. And not necessarily the life of anyone else, but your own life by how you're being and thinking. And so that's actually how you are your best influence on life. Because if you want to know what you were thinking yesterday, you just have to look at your life today. It shows up exactly based on your beliefs and your thoughts. And so I invite you to keep a constant eye on where you're putting your energy. There's a wonderful podcast and YouTube videos that are channeling from Abraham, and they're called Abraham Hicks, and you may be familiar with them. And she talks about the idea of, are you going upstream or downstream? And going upstream, of course, takes tremendous energy, and you get lots of resistance. And if you're turned around and going downstream, going with the flow, that is easy and smooth, and you get taken away with the flow of life. And that's the same with the emotions that you're feeling, the thoughts that you have, the fears that you may have, anything that is negative, that is causing stress in your life, even if you don't notice it, really gives you that effort of like swimming upstream rather than going with the flow. And I know control can be a real issue. I mean, I have control issues. I'm the first to admit it. I would like things to be the way that I'd like them to be. I have learned, though, that if I just let go, even just a little bit, and allow for something to unfold, that the results have been so much better than I could have ever imagined. The scary what-ifs that I was playing with myself were really paper dragons. And the worst-case scenarios never ended up unfolding. That things, as I looked back, sometimes it could take 5 years of having something be passed, and I'd look back and say, wow, I'm so glad that happened. I could have done it easier by not being afraid. So I invite you, if you're feeling stressed, if you're in a negative state of mind, even some of the time, or if you're just somehow afraid, to stop. Stop for a moment and say, what's the worst that can happen here? And what about if I chose to be optimistic and believe that the universe is supporting me? That the universe knows your heart and knows what it is that you're desiring, that you're wishing. Because as you begin to focus on that, then that's what starts to unfold for you. Being nice is often easier said than done. I mean, some people just rub us the wrong way. Or some situations just rub us the wrong way. Like maybe we're in a hurry in traffic and really want to get somewhere. But you know, you don't know the big scheme of things. And maybe being late means that you're going to miss an accident that was on the road that was there if you had been on time. Or something else like that, that you have no idea, but you are being detoured, guided. And so when something like that comes up to say, I wonder what the gift is here, and I don't need to know what it is, but to relax into it, to relax into the knowing that you are always, always being looked after. Being nice allows you to be very receptive to the wisdom and the love that is naturally who you are. I want you to hear that. You're being receptive when you're being nice to the love of the universe. Because when you are affirmative, positive, open, loving, nice, then you are open to all the good that may not have been coming to you when you've been closed off and negative and stressed. Because you naturally are built to be happy, to be optimistic, to be joyous. And life naturally supports you in attempting to bring you your good. And it's only each of us in our behavior, in our thoughts, in the words that we use, that we shut that down, we close it off. So how to be nice to you? So here are a few ideas that I came up with. So be nice to you. So what might that mean? Maybe it means rest well, eat well. If you need an afternoon nap so that you feel better, then do that. If you need to eat better, then choose to do that. Get out where beautiful things are. You may not be able to be with people these days, or at least not closely, but go somewhere where it pleases you to be there. The things that you look at and experience feel beautiful and feel good. Play with people who are fun. So do you have someone in your life who you haven't spent a lot of time with lately that perhaps you could have a few giggles, a few belly laughs, maybe play cards over Zoom or however you might do that? Go out for coffee and sit 6 feet apart on a bench out in the park. And what about thinking thoughts that feel good? So what are feel-good thoughts? I know for me, when I am feeling a little stressed or a little fearful about something, I will listen to some really great music. That's why for me it's really important that we offer the kind of songs that Emilio sings for us every week, because they play in my mind even when I wake up at 2 a.m. I actually have had that Jason Mraz song, Have It All, be playing in my mind when I wake up in the middle of the night. And I think that that rewires my brain to be even more accepting of the good in life. So music is one of the ways to change your thinking. Watch movies that are uplifting. There's a lot of movies available to us now through all of these streaming services. And so you have everything available at your fingertips that can be uplifting and feel good. In other words, just be nice to you, whatever that means. Now, what about this idea? I've got a great picture here of a dog and a cat that are getting along. And the concept is that pick your favorite, whatever it is on the planet, and pretend that you're it. So maybe there's a person that you hold in high esteem, and you would behave a different way with them. You'd be really gracious and kind and do all kinds of things for them and that sort of activity. And what about treating yourself that way? I remember back when I was a younger person, I had a business. It was a spa business. And it was a high-end spa business, which meant that people that came were spending a lot of money to be there and to have a great experience. And as I was training my staff, I would say to them, how would you want to be treated if the service you were having was worth $1,000? And then we'd have a discussion around that. And they would tell me things like, well, I would be dressed really well to serve that person. I would have fresh flowers for them when they came in. I would serve them the best coffee in the nicest cups. I would give them great dessert. I would play really wonderful music in the background. And as they played the role of what would it look like if the service was $1,000, it lifted everyone's energy in the business, and the business grew. So what if you took that idea yourself and treated yourself like you would treat someone who is really esteemed in your mind? And to be nice to yourself, because that attitude already brings up all the ideas that you need to move forward and be that way. So are you treating yourself like an esteemed guest? And if you're not, why not? Because you deserve it. You are magnificent and wonderful and unique and lovable and just perfect the way that you are. And you deserve the best that life has to offer. So why not start today and treat yourself that way? Welcoming everything into your life. Are you there yet? Are you able to take every situation and welcome it and say there's a gift here somewhere? It's like that old saying of the kid who was digging in a manure pile, and they said, what are you digging for? And he said, well, there must be a pony in here somewhere if there's this much manure. And it's to look at the yucky side of life and say, what is the gift here? And to pursue it with that kind of diligence. Dig in and find that gift. So the truth is, things are always working out for you. They are. I remember when I was first dating my husband, Reverend Randy, and we met this young man at a coffee shop, and he was an Aboriginal man. And he had just gotten out of prison, and Randy had known him back when he was running a bookstore. Randy was running a bookstore, and this gentleman would drop in occasionally and talk to him. And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you were in jail." And he said, "It actually saved my life." He said, "I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, and someone in my crowd actually murdered someone, and I ended up in jail as a consequence of being like an accessory after the fact, and spent a number of years in jail because of it." But he said, "I recognized in that time that I was there that I was being saved from myself, and that incarceration actually was a blessing." Now, I know that each of us isn't going to have that kind of an extreme type of scenario happen, but the thing is that everything that happens in our life is there to support us in some way. And it's supporting from perhaps even just an awareness standpoint. What do you need to pay attention to? What do you need to be aware of when this situation's going on that allows you to perhaps do better, be better, and then experience better? Is there ever a time when it's accurate to blame? That's a good question, isn't it? Because really, if you and I are authors of our own life, then can we really blame anyone for anything? Because everything that shows up in our life is as a consequence of who we are being. So if we're blaming somebody, we're putting that responsibility that we have for ourselves and our own life and our own choices out there to someone else. Doesn't blaming indicate something asserting itself into your experience rather than you being in control? Because yes, things will happen in life, but it's what do you choose to do with that which has happened? That's really the key. Life is cooperative. Things always happen for a good reason. And you may not know what that is. And it doesn't mean that you're being blown by the winds of fate, because fate, I don't think, is accurate. I think that everything is happening to either have things move away that no longer serve you, or make room for new things to start to come in, or for me or you to pay attention to what have I been focusing on lately that all of this stuff is showing up, whether it be good or not so good. Because that's how life, how spirit, how God works, is a direct mirror for you of what's going on inside of you. There's always some value in something that is happening. And so again, I have a picture of the sailboat. And that is that you get to choose how you're going to move your sails and set your sails to move you in the direction that is the best for you. And I also invite you to not get caught up in, oh my goodness, I have two choices. Which one should I choose? Should I choose this one or should I choose that one? Just choose one of them. You're going to know without a doubt pretty quickly whether that was the best choice or not. And then guess what? You can change your mind and do something else. Do that other choice, or maybe another idea will come to mind. But you get to change your mind. You don't have to live a particular way, like you know how they used to say, well, you've made your bed, you better lie in it. That's not true. You can choose at any given moment. Even if you can't leave a particular situation, you can choose to have a different attitude about it. We are all in this together. And I guess the reason that I want to say that is that you as an individual, an individualized expression of the divine, affects the whole, all of humanity. They say that 95% of us that is our subconscious mind is actually made up of the collective consciousness. In other words, the thoughts, feelings, beliefs, traditions of the rest of the world. And so as each of us start to shift and start to trust and start to be nice and start to see that everything is unfolding good, that it starts to affect the world in a ripple effect. You do make a difference. Who you are is essential in this life. The universe is giving us endless opportunities to appreciate each other and all of life. Okay, so let's say this week, just to give you an example, somebody shows up and they're really being difficult, challenging, an a-hole. What do? Can you say, gee, what is it that's going on here? Or do you put up your dukes and fight back, whether it be with words or physical? Because the thing is that both reactions are fine, but one of them is based on the idea that you need to defend yourself, that you need to somehow do something to stop it. The thing that you can do without getting physical at all, or using curse words, is to just say, isn't that interesting? I wonder why that's happening. Perhaps it's that person's call for love. Maybe they are in such a fearful place, and you end up being the first person to ever notice in the last week or month or even the last bit of their life that they are valuable. So what can you do to shift that? And I don't invite you to walk into a disaster or a big fight. I'm not saying that. Don't put yourself in danger. But stop for long enough to say, I'm a choice here. What do I choose? What might be the best course of action? So what can you do right now, the most important thing for your highest and best experience? So stop for a moment and think about what's going on in your life. And is there something that's just not quite the way that you'd like it to be? And it's really created a challenge, some stress, some worry, maybe even some sleepless nights. Maybe you've even spent a lot of time talking to others about it, just sharing it somehow to try and explore it. So what can you do right now? And only you know that. Only you know the answer to that. Achieving and maintaining your focus, which either aligns you with who you are or misaligns you with who you are, is one place you can begin. So what are you focused on? What's not working? Because I guarantee you, the more you focus on what you don't want and what's not working, you're going to get more of it. That's how spirit, that's how God, that's how life works. So what are you focusing on? Where are you putting your energy? Who are you being in this moment? What experience are you influencing? If you're consistently tuned in, remembering that at your core, pouring through you is the divine, that you are fully divine, and it's saying yes to who you're being, then you get to choose. There's a wonderful video, and because of copyright issues, I can't show it to you right now. But it is, I can't think of the Tim Conway, I think it is. Was it Tim Conway, Randy, who did The Dentist? Or was it the psychiatrist? Psychiatrist. Yes, Tim Conway and the psychiatrist. And the woman goes in and says that she's afraid. And I don't remember what she was afraid of, but he basically just said, stop it. Just stop thinking that and stop being afraid. And it's as simple and as difficult as that. Just stop it and change your mind. So do you know what the dominant intent of your inner being who shines through you is in every moment of every day? Do you know what that is? To love you, to bring the best for you, to bring you also the experiences that you wish to experience. And it doesn't discern between your fear and your joy. And so if you're in a place of fear, it says yes. And its intention is to bring you more of that because that seems to be what you want. So why not choose joy and happiness? Because it says yes to that too. To influence those who are around you back to their natural state of being is by being that which you wish to see in them. And so if you're wanting, let's say, more gratitude, then be grateful, verbally and physically, with those that are around you. And that gratitude will start to come back. If you're looking to experience generosity, then be generous to those around you. If you're looking to be in the flow of money, then be generous with your money. And money will show up as generously as you are. Whatever it is, if it's love and you're searching for love, or wishing for understanding, or wishing for compassion, when you are it, when you are being it, it shows up for you. It always does. And don't take my word for it. I want you to really experiment with this, because it really is true. It really does work. Just you being in a state of well-being, joy, and gratitude, you are being your purpose. Because that is the gift that you have, that is who you are. Is healthy, is well, is joyful, is peaceful. And if it's not like that, somehow, some way, you have gotten in the way. And so what about affirming, let's say it's health, what about affirming what's going well? What's working well? And allow that idea to then permeate the rest of your body. You are source energy pouring through you to everyone and everything you meet. It doesn't have to be big, the things that you do. It could be the glances across the room, a smile at someone, or comments that you make just in the right place. So I invite you this week to see if you can't make eye contact in a pleasant way with people that you might not have normally looked at. Or maybe it's giving a compliment. Or perhaps it's really noticing what someone's doing well. And what about for your body? What about saying, hey, toes, you have been so great to me lately. Sorry that I forgot to notice you, but you're lovely and pretty, and I'm so glad that you're there so that I can walk the way that I walk. I know I'm being silly. But the thing is that what have you not noticed that's going well about you and your life? Natural well-being is enough. And it is who you are at the core. So when you let go of all of the negative thinking and the fear and the stress, natural well-being just becomes who you are. So good or bad, I was told years ago when I was first doing talks at a Unity church in Kitchener and I had given a talk, and I was really delighted because a couple of people came up to me and said, oh, that was really good, that really resonated with me. And I went to my mentor minister and I said, oh, they really loved what I had to say. And she said, I invite you to consider that the focus be on doing the best that you can no matter what it is. And don't worry about whether someone likes it or doesn't like it. Especially when you're doing talks, because you will push some people's buttons. And sometimes they're going to come to you and say, that was the worst talk I ever had. It was horrible. I didn't like what you said. Didn't like the examples that you gave. And she said, if you approach that talk from the standpoint of offering the best that you can offer at that time, then that's all you need to be satisfied with, that you did the best that you could. And so I invite you to think about not judging anything in life about being good or bad, not even yourself, but to say to yourself, I'm going to do the best that I can with what I have, with what I have to do, with how I feel today, right now. And then know that that's enough. You are enough. Life only gives us what we think we're worthy of receiving. Connect to the resource, to the spirit, to life within, the infinite field of possibility, and create from the field instead of from what's going on around you. You know, it's nice to get compliments, and it hurts to get criticism. If you can be in a place where you can graciously receive both, and just do the best that you can, and know that what's out there really is irrelevant to what's going on in here. There's a lot of unlearning to do. I mean, we are taught to evaluate things as good and bad. We're taught that we somehow need to control the world out there. We're taught that we need to please others. I mean, the school system really does develop that idea as well, and that's okay. That means that we can be together in a kind of constructive way. But the thing is, there's a lot of unlearning to do from the sense that you have the wisdom within you. You are fully divine, and you are perfect just the way that you are. And when you start to focus on that wisdom within, that you are always guided to do your very best and to be exactly where you need to be for what it is that you are choosing to experience. So, questions to ponder. How did I do today? So let's say you've had a normal day. Asking yourself, how did I do today in terms of negative and positive thinking? Where did I fall from grace? And I use grace kind of loosely there. But where did I forget? So what caused you perhaps to go unconscious for the rest of the day? Did something happen and then you just forgot that you had an intention to be positive and uplifted and trusting throughout the day? And perhaps look at that event that occurred during the day and say, maybe the next time I don't need to have that determine my mood for the rest of the day. As a student of life, you'll begin to contemplate, it was that person that I said that thing to and then I reacted. Or I got this email, or things didn't go my way and I started to feel angry and fearful. And to be able to, as you do this more regularly, to notice when it starts to happen and to stop it, to just stop it and say, how would I choose to be if I were to choose differently, if I were to trust? The next time that happens, you could ask, how could I evolve my experience? Have a long contemplation, and the next time that happens, how about closing your eyes and rehearse what you're going to do? This begins to install this new belief in your brain to look like you already did it, that it's your way of being, it's your new habit. And so like exercising any muscles, you can exercise your thinking, which means you'll just start acting like a happy person all the time. You'll start seeing the possibilities. You'll start creating a better life, not only for yourself, but for everyone, because it begins with you. So in the beginning, it takes a lot of energy and awareness to stay conscious and not go unconscious. But if you're persistent and you're determined, then you begin to figure it out. You begin to say, I'm not going to give my power away to that person or that circumstance. You can use the energy to heal and to create a new future. Soon you'll look back at your entire life and you won't want to change a thing in your past because it got you to this moment. And that's the thing. Don't beat yourself up if you have forgotten or you behaved a different way before, because who you are today is as a consequence of all those experiences. Those moments got you to this moment. Also, you can look back at your past and see all those tough moments where you overcame yourself. You stop looking at only the things that went well. And you look at everything and you don't label it good or bad. You label it, this is what has got me to where I am today. And the choice that I make today creates a better me tomorrow. I hope you begin to understand all the hard work, all the effort it has taken to be who you are today. It is just perfect for you, all those things that have occurred. No one can take that away from you. And I know that some of it you might want to squelch down, but the thing is that this beautiful, beautiful soul that you are is even more magnificent as a consequence of having gone through those experiences and choosing to be here today as you. So start by being nice with yourself and start to consider welcoming everything, every situation into your life, good or bad. Let's anchor this. I am the place where God shows up.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has we are the place, where God shows up. Sing it with me. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Nice. You are the place where God shows up. I always like to have a prosperity affirmation during this time. Join with me, if that's comfortable, in this affirmation. From the love of pure spirit in me, I bless all that I give. It goes forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith in the good in my life. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am prosperous. And know that prosperity is more than money. Prosperity is abundance of any kind. So whether it be health, wealth, friendships, love, whatever. And so as you affirm the goodness of life and as you live from a place of generosity, then generosity is where you will live. Through It All Is God by Dedry Francois is another great song. Why don't you sing along with this one?
I can shout out in anger or think before I speak. I can choose to be strong or surrender at your feet. I can rage like a fire or soothe like a breeze. All of this is all of you and me. In and through it all is God. In and through it all is love. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect the divine in you, because in and through it all is God. Life can play a soft, sweet melody or screech in tragedy. It can wrap you in its arms or bring you humbly to your knees. It can bring so much suffering or joy and harmony. All of this is all of you and me, because in and through it all is God. In and through it all is love. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect the divine in you. Yes, in and through it all is God. It's what it takes to live this human experience. It's what it takes to awaken to our souls. It's what it takes to recognize our wholeness. Because with God's love in and through it all, we are whole. In and through it all is God. In and through it all is love. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect the divine in you. Because in and through it all is God. Yes, in and through it all is God. In and through it all is love. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect the divine in you. In and through it all is God. In and through it all is God. Thank you.
And join with me in this closing prayer, if that's comfortable. The infinite mind of God fills my consciousness with all I need to live a full and happy life. I follow the guidance. I am peaceful. I release all fear. I am living love, and so it is. Remembering that God is at the core of who you are. You are fully divine as well as fully human. And if you have prayer requests, please feel free to reach out to us for prayer through our website or through our email. And let's end on a high note. Expect the best. And when you expect the best, what do you get? The best.
I open my eyes, greet the new day. Take a deep breath, kneel down and pray. Then I give thanks, look in the mirror, and a friend looks back at me. A smile lights up my face, and I know that I am blessed. So I expect the best. I expect the best. I know that I'm loved right where I stand. I know I'm enough just as I am. All that I want, all I desire is waiting here for me. The universe conspires to ensure my happiness. So I expect the best. I expect the best. Living my dreams, losing my fears, I'm spreading my wings, feeling alive, anticipating what the future holds for me. And I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next, 'cause I expect the best. Expect the best. I expect the best. I expect the best. I expect the best.
Wow. So that's your homework this week. It's not how the wind blows, but how you set your sails that determines the way that you go. And when you expect the best, and we do, then life shows up that way. So thanks for joining us again this week. We'll see you next week. And stay on the line if you're interested in knowing how you can send us donations. We appreciate your support, and we appreciate you. Bye for now.